3. The entertainment function. Entertaining the public is the function and a business too. Since it is too big a job for the local staff, newspaper relies upon syndicated materials. Entertainment is where you find it. It pops up in human interest stories and news features.
Public interest in various features, comics in particular, sometimes determine the choice of a newspaper. Other functions of journalism. Journalism is for the voice of a voiceless, expressing opinions of all those in our society.
It's like a bridge between the authorities and people. Therefore, its primary purpose is to make sure all citizens are aware of their rights. The most important function of journalism is to convey information. Conveying information is an important part of the democratic decision-making system, as it brings transparency into society and for its part makes sure that the made decisions go along with the people's sense of justice. Journalism is the investigation and reporting of events, issues and trends to a broad audience for different purpose. Journalism's role at the time was to act as a mediator or translator between the public and policy-making elites. The journalist became the middleman. When elites spoke, journalists listened and recorded the information, distilled it, and passed it on to the public for their consumption.
Journalism also acts as a two-way channel between the public and policy-makers. The importance of journalism comes from the people's right to opinion and expression. The press performs a very important role as means of mass communication in the modern world. The press tries to inform its reader objectively about what is happening in their community, country, and the world at large.
Types of journalism. 1. Advocacy journalism. 2. Interpretative journalism. 3. Development journalism in agriculture. 4. Convergence journalism. 5. Ambush journalism.
1. Advocacy journalism. Initiated by USA in early 19th century. Advocacy journalism is a genre of journalism that intentionally and transparently adopts a non-objective viewpoint, usually for some social or political purpose.
Because it is intended to be factual, it is distinguished from propaganda. It is publicity-oriented here. Journalist supports any issue in the public form too. Interpretative journalism or reporting. Interpretative or explanation-oriented reporting.
The farm reporters explain why, how, what, etc. Here, farm reporter is not only writer of news but he is also orator. He publishes news in such a way the readers are motivated and enthusiastic to adopt any new technology that he writes about.
3. Development journalism in agriculture. Separate school of thought which increases the sense of people, focuses on protection of farming community and their development. It creates sense of improvement in the people for their own development. 4. Convergence journalism, a form of journalism which combines different forms of journalism such as print, photographic and video into one piece or group of pieces. Convergence journalism can be found in the sites of CNN and many other news sites. 5. Ambush journalism refers to aggressive tactics practiced by journalists to suddenly confront and question people who otherwise do not wish to speak to a journalist. This particularly has been applied by television journalists. Yellow journalism, journalism that exploits, distorts or exaggerates the news to create sensation and attract readers. Journalistic writing, 5 W's and H, based on the queries, the why of writing, the whom of writing.
The what of writing, the where of writing, the when of writing, the how of writing. Photojournalism, it is a process of creating a mental picture through the combined use of visual and verbal medium that could come about on the printed page.
Elements of photojournalism. 1. Possesses a visual impact. 2. Defines life in the picture form 3. It represents reality sources of news 1, result demonstrations 2, research stations 3, research publications, annual reports, highlights. 4. Kisan Melas 5, farmers fields 6, agricultural universities, state departments 7, other extension activities like field days, training programs, Raitu Sadasas etc.
8. Plan estimates related to agriculture and allied activities. 9. Agriculture finance institutions. 10. Agriculture input agencies. 11. Agriculture market committees. 12. Electricity and irrigation sectors. 13. Farmers committees and associations. 14. NGOs etc.
Types of news before and after event stories, experience and success stories, new development, such as pest outbreaks, scientific discoveries, weather and crop conditions, progress made on plans. Predictions, such as long-range crop and livestock report, economic outlook, information, long-range weather forecast, subject matter, when tied to an event, situation, development or problem.
Purposes of journalism. 1. They may inform, disseminate news and miscellaneous non-news items. 2. They may influence, giving the public either a social or commercial message.
3. They may be entertaining, presenting features, fiction, humor, comics and similar methods. ABC of journalism. Accuracy, brief and clear, convincing. When writing journalistically, one has to take into account not only one's audience,
but also the tone in which the piece is delivered, as well as the ABCs of news writing: accuracy, brevity, and clarity. The first and most important is accuracy. A story can be creative and compelling, but if it contains errors, it is worthless. Second is brevity. Each word in your story should do a job. If not, take it out. Get to the point. Say it just once. Don't be redundant. Don't say 8 a.m. in the morning, since 8 a.m. is in the morning. Just say 8 a.m. 8 in the morning. Remember the inverted pyramid style of writing. Clarity starts before you write. Clarity starts with complete, competent reporting. You should understand your subject so completely that your story leaves it crystal clear in the reader's mind. Your story should leave no questions unanswered.